Sunday morning. Happy Sunday morning. This is Deborah. This is like an impromptu, spontaneous come aboard because my customer service and support team is swamped. We're getting so many questions about the Hot Not Bothered challenge, and I just realized I need to put my arm right here because that light switch is really irritating. And over here on this side, my tripod is falling over, so we're going to where in a hand basket right now. And the only thing I have going for me on this Sunday morning is I'm wearing white. So it's about 95 degrees in my kitchen because I have so many windows. So ordinarily I love window light, need it, thrive on it. If I don't have it, I go seeking it. And today I'm sweating in my own house. All right. So for those of you who are already in the Hot Not Bothered challenge, this is for you. But it's also for those of you who are on the fence. If you're not quite sure about the Hot Not Bothered challenge, you're wondering, is this really for me? Or you're late to the party and just learning about it. So you have today, this is the last weekend day that you can get in, and you have Monday and Tuesday that you could also get in. So then it's closed and it's a hard stop. And I know sometimes other people will say, closing last day and then they'll let you in. We absolutely can't do that. So we start the challenges on day one. You have to do the workout on day one. So we would be setting you up for failure and making it really difficult to complete. So this is it. So here's the details on the Hot Not Bothered. And I have a list. The team said, could you just answer all of these and maybe keep us from getting swamped in these next few days, because you know how we all are. At the last minute, we all ask tons and tons of questions, and it's like, wait, maybe I do, maybe I don't want in. All right, you will not believe, but I'm holding this tripod up with my foot. Okay, so, and my leg is shaking and cramping. So if I have a pained look on my face, that is why. That's what's going on over here. Okay, so questions about the Hot Not Bothered challenge. Number one, is it just 10 days? It is special 10 days. It absolutely is. The answer is yes. It starts September 1st. It goes through September 10th. That's day 1 through 10. And you have day 1, you have workout 1, and you have to do it in that day. You have a 24-hour time period where you have access to it, and then that workout goes away. So you can't make up, because that would be a bad idea anyway, right? So if you're behind, it's not like we would ever want you to do 3 workouts in one day. Even though I want you to know this is a question coming up, but not really. I'm going to give you the answer to this question you don't know to ask. I am not throwing you under the bus. This is not one of those boot camps where I'm going to beat you up every day and promise that you're going to make ultimate progress and lose tons of weight, because you're not. You might if you need to get moving, and that makes you make better choices with your food, but there is no food involved. So that is a question. We're not giving you a meal plan or advising you on food. Now, if you're inside the Facebook group and you're asking questions about when I'm starting exercise, I usually need help with food too. We often answer questions about, hey, Renee says, I'm in. Awesome. So anybody else who's already in, let me know. So I'm so glad that you are. I will put the link down below in the comments when we're finished. So it is right now, if you want it, Flipping 50, all words spelled out. So no numbers in that. Flipping50.com/HNB for Hot Not Bothered. HNB-challenge. Show biceps, please. All right, so not on a Sunday, okay? So I'm in, Kim says. Awesome. And I just said Kim, it may not be Kim, so hopefully that's true. All right, but there's no food plan, all right? So here's why. So I'm an exercise psychologist, right? And behavior change is really something that I noticed a long time ago, which is why I chose this as my major, as my master's, because I realized that there's so much going on for below the shoulders, but if we don't get in here, we're stuck, right? We have to do it. We have to want to do it. We have to be motivated to do it. And that's really what I focus a lot on, is giving you step by step one thing so you can be successful and you can really focus on that. It's a domino effect, I will tell you that. It's like we want you to be codependent. We want the exercise to be a catalyst. So it's easier to make better choices because you will have more stable blood sugar. You will probably make better choices with your meals afterward because it's like, I've done one positive thing, I know I'm going to do another positive thing, or I want to continue doing something good for me. I'm going to drink a little bit more water because you're going to think about it. You think about yourself as a healthier person because you've done it. So there is that. All right, I'm going to come back to my list, or I'm going to stray and go off on a tangent. So it is only those 10 days. It's September 1st through the 10th. Total transparency. There's a holiday in there. There's a 3-day holiday weekend if you're US based, right? And I realize for some of you, you may say, I cannot do that. We travel, and I'm not sure what traveling means to you. To me, it doesn't mean anything different. It means I make sure that there's a gym, or I will do a routine in my room, or I will go for a walk. And that's an important part of my being away. But you may say, I can't guarantee that I'll have access to the weights that I'm supposed to do over that weekend. And in that case, this timing is not good for you. So I don't want you to do something where you can't be successful. So of course, I'm going to tell you that right up front. So hopefully that's cool. You understand it. If you have a question, please add it to the notes, and I will come back and answer the live ones. You do get one video a day, 24-hour period. And we've had people ask, when do those videos come? And, you know, I have to get up early, like by 5 to do it and fit it into my day, because at the end of the day, it's not working. They come in your time zone, and they come when you better be asleep, girlfriend. Otherwise, I'm going to have to come over there. They drop sometime between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. in your time zone. So you'll have it when you wake up. It should be right there in your inbox. Now, we all know that technology sometimes is not our friend, and we have to deal with that, and we will. So if there's a problem from our end, we will absolutely make an allowance for you. That's not an indication that you weren't successful. You do need to do all 10 days. Day 1 on day 1, day 2 on day 2, day 3 on day 3. I knew somebody was going to ask about this, so I'm going to do a shameless plug for Rainey in a minute. So make me come back to that. I'll tell you who it is. So what you want to be thinking is you're going to need, say, 3 sets of dumbbells. I like to call them light and moderate and heavy. And that's a higher repetition range. You could do maybe 25 repetitions. That's something that you would pick up if you were doing shoulder raises, right? And long levered things, small weights. And then a medium weight. That might be what you do bicep curls with. You come up and you do tricep extension with. And then there's heavier weights that you're going to hold to do chest press or bent over rowing. You're going to hold on to them when you're doing squatting and maybe lunges. And if you have an exercise ball, you'll be at an advantage. There are exercises that use them. If you don't have them, you can put feet on the ground and do bridges up, no problem. So not having a ball shouldn't be your excuse not to do it, but that's really all you need. You can do just about everything with that and totally done, okay? All right. You will also know what's coming so that if you are traveling, you're going away for the weekend, and you could plan to make sure there's a gym, or you could take your weights with you because you're traveling by car. Inside of the Facebook group before day 1, you will see what's coming ahead, day 1 through 10. You can't move things around because remember, you get that video released each and every day. So hopefully that makes sense to you. But this way you can see, okay, I know what's happening. Now, here's the question. Someone has asked, if I'm already doing a program, so I'm already following, say I'm doing Peloton workouts, or I'm already doing a strength training program, what should I do? So number 1, if you're not in already and you're doing a program that is working, keep doing that program. You don't need this challenge. This is like a kickstart. So I would stay the course and do what you're doing. But if you're in a program and it's not working, don't start this and put this away. You can always go back to what's not working, right? So do this, stay with me, do the whole thing, commit to doing that and only that. For those of you that are really big exercisers, you love it, it's how you negate stress, and you're kind of driven by it, you get your energy from it, and you must do it. A little compulsive, maybe? Okay, you are going to have the hardest time because you may feel like, is this really enough? You know, and the answer is yes, it is. Whoa, okay. So my foot slipped. All right, and that was the case. All right. But I promise you that I learned over about 14 months of just being forced to. I actually quit my job. I quit everything, which means you quit the paycheck, okay? That's the important part there. Quit the job, that's the easy part. Quit the paycheck, quit the insurance, quit the, you know, financial benefits and perks and TIAA craft fund and all. That's the hard part, right? And the next day reality fits in. And it's like, what? So I just kept myself chained to, this has to work. I have to do this. I have to get this done. And I barely exercised. After someone who'd been in fitness for 30 years, teaching multiple classes, loving exercise myself, getting into triathlon, and there I was, not exercising for hours a day, 20 minutes a day. I would let myself away. And when you do that, you know what happens? You make the most of it. Every minute counts. You are not, I promise you, scrolling through your phone. You're making minute 1, minute 2, minute 3 count because it's all you have, and then you know you've got to go back and get back to work. And I was in the best shape of my life 14 months later. And I realized, okay, something's going on here, and that's where Flipping 50 was born. Menopause females as subjects in research are such a small part, a fraction of research out there on exercise. And it's 100% of what we use here. And it's what I'm going to teach you during the 10-day challenge so that you can connect the dots. So if you can connect what I'm asking you to do with why, I'm giving you the why every single day. I will give you a little audio, and sometimes they're a little bit longer, 6 or 8 minutes. Other days they're 2 or 3 minutes long. But you'll understand why and how this is affecting your hormones, and it will help you change any program that you're doing in the future and help you understand, those of you who are exercise lovers and want to do more, if you hold yourself back, you will understand how you're decreasing stress levels, how you are improving your blood sugar balancing. It's all so spot on for you. So hang in there with me. I did it for 14 months, panicked, right? And totally thinking, how can I profess to be, this is how you should do your fitness if I'm not even doing it, is what I was thinking. But yet I ended up better than I had been before. I wasn't as tired. I looked better and I was stronger. Crazy. So hang with me. And last time, what happened, we did this in June, and I had no intention of doing it again, but I do have no intention of doing it the rest of the year. Absolutely. This is the last chance to get in. Someone by day 4 said to me, I'm already sleeping better. This really works. And that had been an over-exerciser, right? So what you want to realize is that you may not lose 10 pounds, you may not lose 5, you may not lose any, but you should have potentially more energy. You will potentially just feel better, not beaten up. And you will potentially have just a better mental and body connection with, okay, I get how this works. I understand it. So very important for you to get success going forward. So that's what my wish is for you. And okay, so hold on. So if you're in right now, by the way, and if you're not, and you're really thinking about, I'm going to do this, either today or tomorrow, the next, do it right now, do it today, because you get access to mobility videos. So if you need a little stretch and you're not doing that yourself, I want you to feel better, and you can use those videos today and tomorrow and the next day before the program starts, and then they disappear. And that's on purpose, because I want you to have focus on just that one thing that you're supposed to do every day. So get them and get the how-to videos so that even if you've ever done exercise in the past, but you're somebody who says, I can't do squats, I can't do lunges, they bother my knees. I'm going to take you through some exercise videos that say, here's how to do them correctly. Here's what I want it to feel like. Here's where your weight should be. Here's where it shouldn't be. Here's how to adjust if it is. so that we can give it the 1-2 punch. And we may come to the conclusion that that exercise truly doesn't work for you, and then I will give you an if this then that option, something to substitute when that exercise comes up, so you can make the program yours. But you get access to those now, so go grab those. Okay, the registration and the registration fee. So if you've already been to the page and you've checked it out, flipping50.com/HNB.com, then you know that I'm promising that $49 registration fee. So totally upfront. You could do 10 days and just say, this is totally worth the $5 a day to figure out what I'm doing and give me a kickstart. I know what to do. Maybe you're thinking that, and you just need to get a kickstart with a group and something that's holding you accountable. This may do that, and you'd say, I'm done, I got what I needed. Perfect. But if you think, I want to take a next step, and I think I could listen to this woman every day, regularly, okay? Because that's got to be a thing. If you can't stand my voice or my tone of voice, that's a problem, and you should probably not do it, right? But if you want to take a next step, there's 2 eligible programs, and I've told you that they're regular rate programs. One is Stronger, that's a 12-week program, and one is our Flipping 50 membership. And what I'll do at the end of the 10 days is we have a breakthrough session when I answer some of the most common questions that I get asked during, and we're doing that, by the way, every day as well during the session. But I also tell you, here's the 2 options if you want to go on. Here's who would probably be ideal for this one, and you would love this one, and who wouldn't, so you have a very good understanding of which direction you might want to go. Okay, and here's the other thing. Every single day in your private Facebook group where you'll go to say, done, did that, and you need to do that to get credit for it, I'll be in there every day. I'm going to go in and do a live video every day. We'll be in there, me and the coach will be in answering your questions about the videos, about doing an exercise, substituting something that may not quite work for you. It'll all be there in the group. So you've got constant everyday contact, and that matters. So accountability matters. It also matters when you've got 200 of your best friends, your new best friends in there saying, I did it, yes, love that exercise, or I fell off the ball on this one, can't steer that thing. It's fun to go in there and comment on, it already feels a little bit easier, or, I have more energy already, or I'm sleeping better. You will feed off of that as well. And that can be so, so very important. Okay, I do want to answer this question. So if you have a special condition and it's something that you feel like is important enough for you to ask us about, I would suggest that this is not for you. I'm a medical exercise specialist along with strength and conditioning coach, but I am leading a group here. The program is already determined. What I don't want anyone to do is to try to fit into a program who has something special going on. So unless you already know yourself very well, you've worked with an expert, and you've got modifications in the way that have served you, and you understand how to modify for yourself, please don't join a group program, because I would be extremely concerned for you. And yet I can't meet with you one-on-one in a group program like this. So it's really important that you know how to modify, and that you're getting exercise that caters to what you've got going on right now. And that may not always be true, but if you've got something like fibromyalgia, if you've got bone on bone, then probably the squats and the lunges, which will be included, will be a little limiting for you. There are substitutes, but if you're bone on bone, that can be problematic and cause you issues. So, there are other things that I would recommend that you do instead. If you've got fibromyalgia, however, if you have osteoporosis, there's nothing unsafe for you, and in fact, strength training and mobility all should be very safe, and you're better off doing than not doing. So if you are at all hesitant because of a special condition, I would say that's your answer. potentially it's probably best for you not to do this one. So I hope that helps. All right, so if you're just starting out, you need a start or a restart. This will potentially be more than you've done. So we'll have a wide continuum. We'll have women in whose program currently is not working, right? And maybe you're over exercising and need to come back and figure out why that's not working. And it may feel like there's too little. But if you're just starting, it may feel like this is a lot. But I want you to realize, again, I'm not throwing you under the bus. So there's no punishing exercise here. You will have recovery days in that 10 days. You'll have strength training days. You'll have some cardio days. You'll have some interval training days. And you'll have those recovery days. So you should feel good. Yesterday is going to complement today. Today is going to complement tomorrow, so that we're giving you the layout for what a fitness program would look like. So think about that. That's another point of learning. Okay. All right. I think I've answered all of these. I'm going to scroll through, and Beth says I'm in. Vicky says smart. Okay. I'm going to scroll through over here and just make sure. Been in health and wellness for 30 years. It works perfect when you're consistent. Same size, same weight since I was 1,700 pounds. Good. Consistently doing the thing that is right for you in this moment. If you are exercising, you've exercised for decades, doing the same thing that you've always done will not get you the same result. When you have different hormone profile, that changes your metabolism and body composition. Just a recent study, right, in New York Times came out and said metabolism is consistent between about 20 and 60. Truth. The problem, the weight gain that comes at midlife comes because we try to do the same thing that we've done when we were younger and had a very, very different hormone profile. That's the reason for weight gain. It's not a correlation with menopause, but a correlation with we're not making the changes or adjustments we need to at menopause. Exercise in menopause is such a challenge. Thank you for all you do. You're welcome. It's a challenge sometimes when we have those limiters, especially if you're dealing with time or energy or sleep and insomnia, because that is a catalyst for, okay, now I have cravings, now I'm tired, and compromised when it comes to doing agility or doing speed work or heavy lifting. We don't actually want you to do that because you operate not with a blood chemistry change, but you operate like you're drunk. 2 hours of sleep deprivation will do that, and that's so easy to do. We can do that probably 1 hour every night. Going to bed half an hour later, right? Just stealing that. And then getting up half an hour earlier because we have to get things done. And if you toss and turn it all, it's 2 hours, just like that. And you don't have reaction skills. So you're more vulnerable to injury. And guess what? Statistics say there are more injuries in midlife for women than at any other time. And compared to men, much more true. Very related to hormonal changes that happen. And nutrition catches up with you as well. Okay. And Gail said, can you give me the support contact, please? I joined and I paid this morning, but did not receive the confirmation email. Gail, yeah, can you look at your spam and your trash? So make sure that you go in there, and you may have already done that, but it's just support@flipping50.com. So support at flipping50. Flipping 50 is all spelled out, no numbers. So hopefully that helps. All right. I will put the link just below. So if you have questions, I'm going to stay on just for a minute more in case somebody wants to ask a quick question. I'll take something live, whether you're thinking about it, whether you are in it and have questions, or any other thing. So you got me. It's like church. I'll answer and do the best I can. All right, so if you're headed off to a great day, have a great time, and hope I see you inside the challenge if this is the great time for you to do it.